Or is
We
that
can
yes?
know what Black thinks later.
I'll forget it, to be honest.
Write
Let
it
me
down.
just say this, and then like I don't think in between rounds is a big issue, especially if it's not really our pick. I know it's bank, and we still have to have our strats, but like
Just
we're waiting
say
right now.
this, and then we'll go to bank. We'll talk bank. So what's your idea? Yeah, just say this, and then we'll go on bank.
Yeah. Instead of putting the castle wherever you put it right now, castle of armory, archive store. You know, the one that leads into armory. And then have a rotation for Nigel. Reinforce both of those walls. Have a rotation for Nigel, where he can rotate to archives. You know, the one that they do for armory sometimes, the enemies. And then we can always drop. If armory gets too hot for us, we can always drop the hatch. That's no problem. So maybe think about that. I'm gonna write it down so I don't forget.
Are we ready?
Alright.
Almost. Wait a second.
They're the ones who asked for 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Wait. Alright, are we attacking or defending first?
Attacking.
I take it we're attacking.
Yeah.
Alright, what ops do we want to bring generally?
Read the strat. Bank.
Do I play the Hibana angle?
Alright, that doesn't.
It's siege related. What?
Do I play the Hibana angle that Omar suggested? Repel?
Roll.
CEO.
I mean the repel angle.
You should play it.
Repel
Oh yeah,
on
the
farm.
parking lobby. Okay, yeah, yes,
Parking
yes,
now.
yes.
Okay.
I'll be
You ready?
pushing Skylight and going to archives. Instead of
Mhm.
pushing shadows.
Yeah, you're pushing with me and yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we're ready. I mean, I am ready. Shadow, are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Who did we say we're banning on this? Was it Jackal? No, we played Jackal.
No.
Play Jackal.
Let's see. Not Jackal.
Monty.
quick.
That's what he was.
Say
Yep.
quick.
Monty.
All bands.
Montagne.
Defense ban.
That sucks.
You still go for mirror?
Go for Monty. Yeah.
Sweeping instead of Jackal.
That's what I was about to ask.
Probably Zofia.
Okay.
Actually, no, two different things. Yeah, Zofia.
Play North
Okay.
Windows, we need a big magazine.
Capital.
Sophia
yeah,
has an
definitely.
LMG. Sophia has an LMG.
No, I'm playing Sophia with. I mean, I played Jackal with his normal sword rifle.
PDW. Yeah, but Omar said we shouldn't. Someone needs a big mag.
He almost said we could, but it's easier playing with a big mag.
Yeah.
It's not necessary, but it's easier.
Sophia's LMG is quite nice, so you might.
I feel like
I'm just
Capital
never
is probably
playing
better.
LMGs.
Probably Capito actually. Then you could actually push someone out of
Okay.
position.
We can swap off if you want. I can play the Windows Capital LMG.
No, because I'm not playing ACOG with the Hibana. I mean, like, I can't really.
We should start flexing a bit more so everybody can play everything.
We can go on Bug Shadow and I'll go on Hibana and Black on Capital.
Whatever.
So what do I do? Capital?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't forget ACOG then.
Mhm.
Eagle.
That looks
Yeah,
like
that looks
CO.
like CO, yeah.
Actually, there's no castle though.
Especially
Take
with the
advantage of
block.
that. You can repel the
It
ATM.
might be a 6 pick. Do I
Is
take
any-
diffuser?
No,
No.
I'm just taking my load, changing my load out.
Wait, does anything change for Bug?
Yeah, you go
Not
with them
really,
and you go
Oh
archives.
yeah, you go with us. Yeah, you don't watch.
Oh,
Main
course,
lobby.
okay.
Didn't we say he goes
We
into
need to
archives?
locate a
Or
bomb.
That's what we just said.
That's what, yeah. Maybe you should change spawn if
Yeah,
they
no,
talk
no,
to.
doesn't matter.
Yep.
I'm not sure about top floor. They're not reinforcing top square. It might be tellers or open area.
Yes,
Actually,
tell us,
cast-
tell
yeah,
us.
tell us, yeah.
Castle
Okay, what's the
main
plan
lobby.
then?
Same as the normal tellers plan.
I don't know Hibana's role.
Hibana opens
10
hatches,
seconds to
Light
insertion.
opens tellers or archive.
If hatches are not reinforced, EG
Smoke
open
from
like open area
above.
or something.
Block hold holes.
Okay, Jaeger is in
Your
lobby
mission
main
is
lobby.
to locate and
No,
defuse a
trail
bomb.
watch plant, thermite plant.
Somebody will be playing main stairs, bottom main stairs, because they have the foothold.
Got you.
Leave it.
One droning.
Yeah, I'm droning. I'm droning stocking. Stock is clear, the hatch is soft.
Doing skylight.
Yo, take advantage of that. Someone blow that hatch up. One's on top main stairs. On the right.
Open area, hatches reinforced.
Can you drone it in?
I couldn't drone further, my drone got shot.
I was just
There was
playing
a
kitchen.
smoke was like roaming somewhere though.
Alright, we can take top skylight.
If we can open that hatch, how do you open?
Running in.
Open both, open both, open both.
Is there another one? Okay.
Stay
Top
back.
1,000, Maestro's in kitchen.
Well, okay.
Armory wall is open.
Open
Main
downstairs
stairs one. Oh, it's smoke pushing. He's down, main stairs. Down.
Dead.
Remember what I said, Maestro in kitchen. He has a shield,
Basement hatches are open.
and archives is open.
I'm droning.
Don't
Alright,
picking
wait,
archives
what's-
door.
I'm watching the door.
What's main lobby like?
I'm watching it, Nigel. Go.
Yeah, alright.
What's main lobby like? Hello?
From
I
my
don't
from
know.
my drone it looks clear, but I don't have any intel on cache or the intel reception thing.
Somebody drone it, I'm gonna make holes now.
Alright, I'm watching our south stairs to rotate.
Does anybody have a drone?
I have a drone, but what do you want to join?
Main lobby.
Main lobby.
Right, someone watch
You
south
located
stairs.
a bomb.
You hit
I
someone?
hit castle, yeah.
I'm gonna push them into you, Shadow. I'm gonna
Careful
fire
also the printer angle, be careful.
For
it's-
what angle?
As far as I can see, lobby's clear.
printer
Printer.
angle.
Come,
Printer.
come.
Once tellers behind the desk, it's a castle.
Okay.
Watch my drone, Shadow.
How am I supposed to watch a drone?
You located a bomb.
Check his drone. hold on.
No ammo. One is on B, on the window.
I'm
think he
gonna
dropped
push the
hatch.
back.
Nigel, come open.
One is on the door. Picking the door soon.
That's
Picking.
sound.
Got trick.
Someone watch the door, the left door.
The maestro camp right on your feet.
Picking the left door now.
One in B.
Oh, yeah.
Open,
Left door dead.
open.
15
50
seconds
HP in B.
remaining.
Yeah.
What
One
is on
main
main
stairs.
stairs? Main stairs.
The angle.
Full health.
You see him inside.
One in
inside
A.
5
You're that
seconds.
yellow.
You must recover the diffuser.
Back.
One friendly
Let's try.
operator remaining.
I got
We have
shot
been
from
eliminated.
kitchen.
Kitchen. Yeah.
Kitchen.
Yeah, I called
Okay,
Maestro
angle.
angle.
Jesus.
But Maestro
Fine.
angle. The fuck?
Guys, I said it 5 times.
If you knew that,
That's
we
just
should have
my
pushed the
kitchen.
kitchen in the
I
first
don't know
place.
what maestro angle
Yeah.
means.
Yeah, me neither.
I didn't say Maestro angle. I said Maestro in kitchen 10 times. Okay.
You can be in kitchen. That
We don't know that was an
implies got
angle
a hole.
I said archives open. You see it after the what? Okay. Let's focus.
Cool. That's thingy.
That's basement. For
Yeah,
sure.
we got a capital this time. This should be easy. Flushing out the yellow on server stairs. They don't have anything to deny the hatch, so do what Omar said. Open.
Give me the diffuser. I do
We're
take
going
it. I'm
together
just changing.
anyways.
I'm just
Okay.
changing my loadout.
Let's see, yeah.
Open above. Blue stairs.
Hatch.
Someone watch it and
Locate a
someone
bomb.
open the hatch.
The
What do you
buck,
mean
I
open
guess,
above
will
blue
open the
stairs?
buck. On my drone right now. Check my drone.
Oh, okay. It's not my role though.
I'll be the buck.
Yeah, I got that.
Yeah, shut up and do it.
Ibana, you go open area and try to get the hatch.
They're in the main lobby.
In the original lineup, they didn't have anything to deny the hatches.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what he said.
Somebody might be going top floor room.
Pulse elevator. Getting both
Yeah, one's
hatches.
up. I think.
I've got a
10
drone for you,
seconds
Shadow. You can
before
check if it's
insertion.
looking at main stairs.
Yeah, what hatch is
They have
wide
the
open?
same.
Open area.
In 5 seconds.
Not service?
Yeah, open area.
No,
Open area, and you can
A
open
bomb
service.
must be
we
located
we
and
don't.
defused.
That's a waste, kind of, because we need it in case
That's the risk of
they
the
have a
floor.
mirror. Not mirror.
No, fair enough.
Never mind. Droning open for you. Yeah, they opened above open area. Both hatches.
One's meeting, one's elevator.
Okay.
One's going to the northeast wall. This wall,
North. Okay.
or something like that. He's in.
Open area itself is clear. I didn't check you.
Usually man a janitor door. No rotation door.
There's a Jaeger upstairs on an elevator or something. He's front desk.
Front desk. Okay.
Front desk, but on the stairs.
On the stairs, you said.
Front stairs, yeah.
That was the boat. That was the Jaeger, sorry. I don't know where Legion's gone.
Might have dropped hatch.
No, Legion's meeting.
Legion's. Okay, he's in CO right now.
Take it dead.
25.
That was banana.
Nice. Shadow, watch my drone below, yeah?
I mean, you have.
Both,
Yeah,
actually,
okay.
yeah.
Right, stuck's clear. Main stairs is clear.
Legion is still top floor somewhere, probably. He's one
Gotta clear
shot.
him out as quick as we can. Right, he's laying
And-
down behind the desk.
And CO there. Come to my hole. Keep to my hole. And CO. He ran away.
Behind the
Still
desk.
there.
Service clear, we can take it.
Located a bomb.
Take
Ah,
it.
don't die, follow me, follow me.
Alright. Come on.
I got his drone. I got Thermite drone.
He's
Yes,
dead.
he's dead.
Legion's dead. Legion's dead. Okay.
I'm gonna
I
do
got the
that.
top floor control. Open is clear.
Coming two up on blue.
With blue, we don't need. Just get that drone laying down. On there's an ankle watching the plant.
Yeah, I
Nice,
can,
I'm
I
gonna
can
ping
open
him.
that quicker. Igloo.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Go here.
Get the hatches, Igloo.
Yeah, I'm going.
The hatches are open. aren't they?
Blink.
No, not the ones in open actually.
Shadow, flank drone.
I'm gonna smoke once.
Watching.
Go for plant, like, but don't stick it. Go away, go away, go away.
Let me pick this.
Good job. Okay, now get ready again.
Alright, planting.
Fireball. Okay, I'm going for the plant again.
Alright.
Cover
There's a
me.
few and the pulse, the corridor.
Op 4 last stop
Sticking
standing.
it.
They're both there.
Bomb
Got it.
diffusion initiated. Protect the diffuser.
Last one probably vault.
Gold.
Yeah, dead.
Grab.
Nice job.
Op
job,
4
Anthony.
neutralized. Mission successful.
I didn't know they had two C4s.
Sorry about that. I should have had Legion save.
Hmm.
Don't know what happened.
Nice shot.
Good job.
When they're below Igloo, you don't do anything there. You just go for the hatches.
Yeah, I forgot to cast him. I'm stupid.
Legion Jaeger with roaming again. I'm gonna put my drone back upstairs.
They're going to do the same thing? Yeah.
Probably.
Probably, yeah.
But they probably once one dies, probably one's gonna run off.
If we're lucky, they only have that one C4 actually. The smoke isn't that big of a problem.
If we take
Just
one
have to
out
Take it quick.
and then someone's in
Locate a
open
bomb.
area at the same time, so Hibana, go open area, and Holden and go into elevator. Because what I'm expecting to happen is if we take one of the two rooms upstairs out, then one's gonna rotate down from main lobby down to elevator.
They didn't rotate down last time though.
No, this time they will.
Getting wall
Let's get
attached.
the hatches first.
I got a drone in front desk.
I got mine in Skylight.
Pulse.
10
Pulse where?
seconds.
He was reinforcing.
Smoke is in getting. Oh,
5
yoke
seconds
dash.
before insertion.
Seven hands.
Are they playing Ellis still?
Smoke
No.
is in
Locate and
archives.
defuse the bomb.
I can get the master to go. We call it that one.
There's no recall on that one.
Banana's gone.
we do.
Not that bad.
Legion on the door.
Sounds like nobody's there.
Bad.
I think one of the Legion.
I don't know what the
Legion on janitor door. no
CEO,
rotation
CEO
again.
is clear. CEO is clear.
Okay, okay.
Take CEO. Take CEO.
I don't know what the smoke is.
You find in blue doorway, like at the bottom of the
Um,
stairs.
I might
CEO.
get this.
Okay.
How's the rest eating? Banana.
Like
Fantastic.
in center's like CEO is clear.
Kitchen's clear.
Mm-hmm.
Open area. One's open. It's a Jaeger.
Alright. The
Stuff
Nana is
fully
clear.
clear.
Top should be fully clear.
Where's the gain
The
open?
Nana is.
He was in the door, like big double door.
Banana is fully clear.
He went out.
Like,
Sleeping.
Okay, then you may be able to open the hatches now.
I don't see anyone.
Then I check service
Stay
stairs.
back.
Legion might be
He's
doing a
main.
late flank, I think.
There's a
Legion.
maestro
Jaeger's
coming
main.
server. No need to take
Okay.
help.
Going live.
Both hatches open.
Okay, hurry up with the time a little bit.
You have this maestro camp?
Hold the hatches. Maestro camp is in server. The corner, left side.
Can we open?
It's gonna open.
Mega main.
Bait it, bait it. Is anyone on the hatch? Sigurd, you're on the hatch.
I'm on the hatch, yeah.
Watch the evil eye, Maestro. Bait it. I'm baiting it.
I didn't get it.
Okay,
looked away.
Let's go.
Just gotta Thatcher it.
Jaeger dead.
Nice,
job.
good job. Where is it? Where is it?
Whoa,
Give me-
there's
give me
another
bomb.
one in elevator. Yeah, Legion elevator.
Got spotted.
It looks
Get the
away.
cam.
It looked away.
Okay, I'm gonna get it.
Legion in Tellers.
Got it.
Legion in Tellers above you guys.
Okay. Someone hold that for us.
The bananas there.
Okay, come, Nigel.
Alright. Placing a claymore.
If the hatch is open, then.
They wasted
I
two
can't push
smokes.
hatches if I'm pushing that.
25 seconds.
Don't plant yet, wait.
Yeah, but one-
You smoking?
Plant.
You
Wait,
can
that's
smoke.
the third one. That's the third one.
I'm planting.
15 seconds.
C4.
Quick, you're gonna go now.
Plan again,
10
plan again.
seconds.
Planting.
Oh,
Jump.
In on
Dead,
side.
dead, dead.
One
One
down.
top.
The diffuser has been
Fuck.
secured. We have been
That's right.
eliminated.
Flush myself.
Fuck's sake.
Should I go on to banner again?
No, it's fine. Cool, cool. It's just shitty timing, I guess. What time?
Call who you killed, Eagle.
I didn't know. Skin was weird.
Okay.
Probably Maestro.
Yeah, you're down.
The maestro was down.
Yeah.
Did you drop the hatch?
No.
Oh, you just killed him from hatch, then, I'm guessing.
Yeah, because he peeked in.
Where did the Legion come from? Like around from elevator?
I don't
Yeah.
know, maybe he was just chilling all the time there.
He was still upstairs when he killed me.
No, he went from elevator to terrace to elevator to open.
Oh,
That looks like top again.
well, they never went top. They only went open area. Remember?
Eagle, when it's basement, the focus on that second hatch where he killed the guy, you always need to watch the door, you know, where they rotate in. Because if that maestro didn't get in,
Need
then
to
you
use
wouldn't
your
have done
drone to
Nigel.
locate a
you would've
bomb.
done that
I
now.
told you I can't watch your Legion flank and the hatches. You didn't answer, so I watched the Legion one for a while, and then I went to the hatches, but I was too late for that gun. That
One
guy.
top though.
You told me?
I'm going upstairs. Talk about it after.
Yeah. So are they top or where are they?
No, they're not
tell
top
us,
door.
tell us, tell us,
Okay,
tell us.
chill. Thank you.
Third one, CEO.
10 seconds to insertion. 5 seconds.
They left a hatch soft ass time and start.
Your mission is to locate and defuse a bomb.
And they don't bring any denial for it. So.
Reloading.
The same castles. Kitchen castle and
You have
Jaeger's the
located a
door
bomb.
of archives.
But we need to clear out that maestro in kitchen.
Okay, Igloo, come here.
Smoke top floor, hallway.
Come to my window.
Jaeger's on B door.
What?
Yeah, hallway on the hatch, basically.
Don't push by yourself, Shadow.
Should I watch my drone in kitchen, yeah?
Azzy, what do you want me here?
Come, rappel down. Where are you? Oh,
Rappel down.
Is he still on camp?
Hibana.
Keep
Hibana
Yeah,
down.
he is. He is on cam on the
Use
spot.
your pellets on that, on the ping.
Yeah, the
He's
Yeah,
dead.
for
Maestro's
now.
dead. Quiet.
In ATM.
I killed Maestro. We can take kitchen now. Probably. Checking again.
There was one still like stock room side somewhere.
Okay, one's probably
I think
main
he dropped.
stairs. Jaeger. Yeah, I heard him.
Yeah, no,
No,
Jaeger's
the main stairs is usually dog.
Now, there's a
Castle was ATM.
smoke in.
Smoking where?
He's
in
smoking
open.
in
Watch
open
my
area.
drone. Or did you get it?
The drone is dead. One top
Both
floor.
of you.
Castle and CEO. Meeting.
Black is by
I'm
himself.
watching the hallway.
I should have pushed stock room.
Castle comes
Getting
from hallway
spotted
top
from
floor.
Limber Guard.
Castle dead.
Nice. Open the hatches. Open giant hatch.
Thermotouch. Knocked off!
I'm placing a claymore. Skylight.
Come. Did you take open area or someone in
No,
open area
I
now?
can't. There's 2 people there.
Where?
Open. Probably main stairs now.
1 minute. One kitchen.
Yeah, who's it?
Left side kitchen wall. I think
One
it's
kitchen,
small.
I think one was an admin or I don't know.
Still in kitchen.
Okay,
Watching the hatch, I think.
I'm pushing up main stairs.
One's on your
Yeah.
right. Right of
Might
main.
be able to
Right
go
of
for
main.
B plants.
Maybe.
Bomb
Nigel,
has been
go
located.
hatch side. Go hatch side instead. Go hatch side. That's risky.
Hatch side? What do you mean?
Go for B.
Inside.
Yeah.
The kitchen. On the couches, kinda.
Where's the
20
Jaeger?
seconds.
I'm gonna smoke it. Run in fast. Wait. Not yet.
Seconds
The
remaining.
kitchen.
Wait. Run in fast now, right side.
10 seconds remaining.
I'm on the right side.
Yeah.
Down to
okay.
1 friendly. 5 seconds remaining.
Hey.
Try.
That's
The
right.
time limit has been reached.
How does he see me, but not you?
Client side of the smokes.
Did you open that igloo? That hole for the smoke?
Yeah, I told him to. For an
Okay,
angle.
That's good. We should.
Thinking from the window, but I got peeked from ATM.
It's open area top floor now.
Probably.
Top floor.
About time.
Bandit and pass on my. Black, see if you can fireball one of the walls. So we can open it.
You mean to deny the bandit?
Yes.
Sure. If they have him, might be a 6-pick though.
Need to use your drone to locate a bomb.
Who's holding me from ATMs? Igloo? Or...
Yeah,
Shut
igloo.
You have a drone.
Igloo.
Can't hold
You're
that
parking.
and I
You're
can
playing
hold everything.
parking. You're sitting on parking. You can see if someone runs to ATM.
Actually, he's repelling, but I guess you can see a part of it.
Yeah.
I'm putting a drone in main lobby for you as well.
Upstairs.
Okay, my drone in archives.
I'll get mine on top, Skylight.
Seconds before insertion. 5 seconds to insertion. Drone has located a bomb. You found a
Duck main
bomb.
lobby.
Make your way to its
Spiral.
location and defuse it.
Yeah. Wait, Adzi, I'm
On
gonna see
the
if
wrong
he's
side.
in the windows. Are you good?
Come on.
Yeah.
Open this window. No, I'm gonna give a claymore.
Okay, can someone check main lobby? Is it clear?
They have
the
no
moment, yes.
holes
Main
for
lobby.
impact tricking yet.
What'd you say, Shadow?
No holes for impact tricking yet, and they're still making meeting rotation.
Okay, can someone confirm if they have the bandit?
No. Maestro cam on the right side of your wall, Igloo. Like on the right wall in the middle.
Yeah, they have the bandit.
Okay.
That
See
one
you
you
on
want to
the
open. Putting things right now.
I got a
We get
flank drone in
a-
kitchen.
Jaeger's in office.
Take a dead cash.
Nice.
If we
Nice.
get a Thatcher mine, I can possibly nade that guy.
Alright, ready?
Which side are we opening?
We just
yeah.
don't know where he is.
Blow it up.
That's
Nice
bad.
job.
Good
Nice,
job.
good job.
Opening the wall.
Open this side as
I'm
well.
going down.
Nice to elevator.
There's someone on
Dead.
side, so I know where to firebolt.
I've got
One's
a.
close to me.
Okay, check side somebody.
Banana one.
Dead.
Nice, he's dead. Okay, I'm
That's the castle.
firebolting long.
Incoming.
Right, I'm planting behind the shelf.
Okay, I'm watching flank.
I'm going up spiral.
I forgot the big hallway for you. Okay.
Nice
job.
job.
Op 4 eliminated.
Oh, you got the big
Friendly
hole.
mission successful.
Yeah, the big hallway I got from the
Yeah,
red
because
hall.
he's repelling you. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
MVP Omar, nice shot.
See, Igloo? There was a.
How
good
many kills
idea.
did you
Tell
get?
that.
What?
3? How many kills?
No, I got 3 kills
You
there,
got
but
the-
2 from my holes.
Be
Nice.
careful. Nah, they're gonna expect it and probably hold a pixel on you.
They were expecting it already. Listen to
Oh,
Jaeger to
Who's
kill
just
me.
better?
Nice. Oh, they got Kaid this time. And a me.
You know why? They're gonna mute this wall now. Igloo.
Yeah, but you can get the jammers from special angle.
Oh.
Hmm.
Wait, you can get the jammers on elevator wall.
I can literally just throw it there, technically. The Thatcher grenade.
Where
Yeah, I
from?
think it should reach it. From Skylight main stairs. And
Mm,
one from main lobby, I believe.
I think if you repel with me, you should be able to throw it next to it, and it will get it. Like on the stairs, on the main stairs, you know.
Yeah, I know your
Go
number.
for again.
But I don't want to risk
Okay.
me being
Cool.
a Thatcher.
Please not
Get it
drone
from the
archives
other
again.
I'm not sure you can get it from there.
No, doesn't hurt to try.
Yeah, you can try.
You can try it from right above. It's Kaid, by the way.
They have a mute though. Oh, they get it, Darth?
Yes.
Well, I can get it from those.
I should be able to get it.
Wait, is
10
that
seconds.
Get it from right above. Just go on the roof and throw it right above, okay?
Yeah, no. But not right
Yeah.
above.
5
It's-
seconds.
If you go on the roof and right above, you can get it.
Yes, yes.
Can I?
because It's,
Yeah.
it's not on the bottom. It's on
A
like
bomb
in the
must be
middle. That's why you
located
get
and
it.
defused.
It's like Kaid charge is not at the bottom.
Now, is your drone in main lobby again?
I'll do. I'll tell you
Yes.
when you're right above it, and you throw it on your feet, okay?
Okay. Oh, I'll give you a claymore there.
Don't worry about it. Okay.
I don't see anyone peeking the windows. We're good so far.
And when you're in position, Adi.
Make sure to wait. Let me put a flank drone.
It's
Having
barbed
a hold
outside
for
of
implant trick
Shannon's.
now. Diego and janitor.
You located
Jaeger's
a
doing
Adi, you need to go to the
Why?
roof.
Who's playing the window?
Yeah, come. Alright.
Hold on, I can
Might
go
be
down
banana
below
now.
into
Ping it.
archives.
Ping the wall.
I can't ping it. Oh, yeah, I can't ping it. It's too.
You can't or can?
Like right here.
Okay, where's the guy?
Yeah, throw it on
gone?
your feet now.
Mute is like in banana right now. Shooting though, he might move.
I
I'm
didn't
gonna
get it.
try and drone him again.
Didn't
Give me a sec.
Yeah,
From
you
the
One in
skylight,
lobby
right?
cam.
Okay, he's below the reinforcement.
I didn't get it from
Moves,
the
wait. He's behind the
I
shelf
don't think
now.
they'll get it. I don't think they will.
Ah, you won.
No.
Like,
I don't have any left.
Need to find a way
banana.
to search later.
Going live.
And to open the castle.
mute that.
Nice job. One more there. Check it.
Okay.
I just,
He got me from front desk.
I'm gonna try and get the front desk
One's
guy.
close to janitor. I think.
Yeah, Jaeger was playing inside janitor.
Yeah, if you wide peeks it, I should be able to hold you. From above.
Time though. Hurry up a bit.
Nobody's
Alright.
going shelf right now.
Someone has to hold Nigel, and yeah, I can probably hold it actually.
I'm still.
Eagle, you need to watch my archives
I'm
cam.
gonna go for the wall.
Watching.
Good.
He's close to the door.
Anybody inside somebody?
Alright, I'm gonna run past.
Probably
Actually,
just front desk, which is something.
Go.
I'm going. Opening.
Tricked it.
Back tricked it. I'm gonna go
He's
I
for
can
trying
the
to-
wall.
firebolt that, wait. Okay, now.
Opening. Opened successfully.
Can you go for the plant? I'm watching janitor rotation.
I'm not sure. Let me check first.
I think what's behind the bomb.
One
yeah.
might be main lobby, careful.
Nah, main lobby.
Okay.
Right, yeah, one behind the bomb. It's a
He
castle.
ran away, he's dead.
Go plant.
Alright, go in. Wait,
One's
one
ring
down,
banana.
running out.
I'm done.
He's dead.
Good job. Right, planting.
15 seconds remaining.
One is hallway.
Diffuser is online and active.
Oh, he peeked. He peeked.
From where?
Hallway, janitor.
Hold it, hold it.
Op
Both
4
offside.
last operator standing.
Reload. Shut up and
We have
chill.
a claymore. I mean, jam.
Oh,
Pushing
it's
Nigel.
time.
Okay.
Good job.
Op 4
for some reason.
neutralized.
Drop shot him.
Mission
I see.
successful.
Yes.
I just thought the diffuser was like down but not planted.
Ah.
I don't know.
And the beep beep.
Yeah, I don't know. It was it kind of disappeared until I realized.
Let's go basement.
Yeah.
Do I run impacts here? I can't remember.
You. I don't know.
It doesn't say.
I 6 the kite or not?
So we need to
Because
play
they have a
closer to
catch
each
shot.
other for the refrags.
Quick, I
Okay.
need to know. 6 pick or not, kite?
I don't think so now.
I'm gonna play barbed wire.
I also have barb.
Like the nitros are useful, but like the smokes worked out well for them against us, so I think it would be quite good as well.
Yeah.
Let's not reinforce garage and do the angle.
Secure the area. Keep the bombs protected.
Any issue I have with that angle is that,
They can shoot back, like, quite.
yeah, if we lose garage, then it's pretty much over.
Well, you don't have to go on the angle. I'll tell you. Like, I will know. So hold your garage as long as you need to. I'm also opening up elevator drop angle.
Seconds left.
So what should I reinforce?
5 seconds and counting.
Maybe this angle, so I can hide behind something.
Nah, I need to shoot
Op
for
4
that.
has a diffuser.
Oh. Okay, yeah, the other one then.
I can get this one.
Don't get exposed to that wall.
I'll tell you when I need help.
Go away, I got it.
The dirt.
Someone top wall.
Put bobbed on the hatches. The hatches are not being crossed.
No, it's not like that. Never.
I'm like pushing skylight at the bottom.
Yep.
Shadow, should I open your hatch so you can go?
No.
Okay.
At least not yet.
No archives. Close.
No, Arca's good.
It's
Oh,
close.
yeah, okay.
Just shut my mine.
Yeah, okay. Maybe top
What's
wall.
your kitchen door?
Yeah, it was from the square. Yeah, at least 3 people above.
Joining kitchen?
Yep.
I think they're getting janitor and stockroom hatches and stuff. Yeah, they are.
Yeah, getting hatch.
I got droned.
Come on, you got this.
Getting wall banged.
Play aggro on them. Play aggro.
Is your garage fine at?
Yeah, it should be fine.
IQ above the middle hatch. She's hot.
Yeah, too many.
Alright, I'm on your garage cam.
Going out.
Shadow, go on the other camp. A camp.
1 main lobby.
Temo went to smoke.
Op 4 has located a bomb. You know what to do.
Getting the barbed. I don't know if
Yeah,
that's green or
on
not.
main stairs probably. Got all the hatches.
I can smoke main stairs as well when they push. Just need to know why. When.
They droned me, I think. I think one dropped.
Can I smoke already or not?
Smoke. Oh, check the cam. There's a cam in server.
Yeah, I'm asking.
It's not.
Okay.
One drop
No,
servers.
somebody dropped now, yeah.
They didn't open the wall, they planted on the door.
A bomb has been located by Op 4.
One's going garage.
Where?
Behind police
Ping?
car. Left police car. On ping now. Behind the
Opening
pillar.
a hole. Down to server.
One left behind the ambulance.
15 seconds.
You missed the smoke. He can plant. He's
Behind the
able.
ambulance now.
He's
Friendly
Oh,
behind
they're
operator.
A bomb. Behind the A bomb.
They're in
Pushing.
hallway.
The bomb diffuser has
They're
been
in hallway.
successfully deployed.
In hallway.
There's 2
All
hallways.
friendlies
See
were
red.
And also
Mission
everybody else who's not watching. How did like you get in? What the fuck? just
was
waiting for you
watching-
to peek.
I was watching everything
Someone's
I
playing
had.
watch it. Okay. Then we need some better cams.
Does the Maestro cam could see that? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. I thought so as well.
Let's go
Are we
basement
gone?
again, then.
Same? Okay.
Yeah.
There was 2 maestro cams, one on A, one on garage. Garage couldn't see it, and A couldn't see it neither. I don't know what you
Let's
want me to
see.
say.
Do we have reinforcements left? It sounded
Yeah.
like that.
I don't really know what to put it.
1 or 2.
One
Two,
usually.
two. You have two. I don't need that.
Oh, okay.
Then put it on electrical room and on open area. The wall on the hatch
Ping
I
it.
can ping in.
Wall on
Mm.
the hatch.
Go up.
Oh,
with
I
us
know,
straight
I
away.
know. I think I know what you mean.
Protect
Go
the
straight
bombs.
up. Don't waste time. I'll make the holes.
That one.
9 drones.
Good.
Remember what thingy Omar said you could put impacts there? Not impacts, make shotgun holes there.
Where?
This floor, like footholes. And they can't come in.
10 seconds remaining.
Wait, we do that.
Down to 5 seconds.
Yeah, we're already doing that.
Oh, okay then. Fair enough.
Increased surveillance on bomb. Op 4 has a diffuser.
Sorry.
Securing door.
Someone hold my dirt tunnel. real quick.
Test deployed.
Give me a sec.
Top floor again.
I might
I'll
die
play a
here.
bit more passive so you don't die early.
Banana one.
Mhm.
Got droned again.
Hmm.
Vision mine like I've
Garage,
gone.
it's clear.
On drop outside start.
Is garage clear?
Yeah. Thank you. All defaults are down.
Apart from one on the side. One watching garage and is it?
Got droned again.
Alright.
Last time you didn't even push me. Putting me
Okay.
outside.
We've opened all the hatches.
Yep.
Droned again.
Reloading.
Sophia, Hibana dead. One
Oh.
skylight. Top
Good
skylight. Start trap.
One's above the middle hatch.
Taking the toxins.
That's me. Shadow, you can check cams.
Yep, checking.
Not just check cams, stay on cams.
Hmm.
Don't might drop. From stock.
Fuck.
Trying to come back.
Did they know you were roaming?
Yeah.
Unfortunate. Main stairs.
Okay, I'll smoke it. I hit her. Opening something. Hatch a ring. I need to know if she drops.
Open server.
I'm watching A. Maestro
They're gonna
cam.
drop hatch. Watch your hatch, okay, Edzy?
15 seconds.
Don't stay on cams. Main
Um,
stairs.
Op 4 located a bomb. Protect it.
Dropped A hatch.
Yeah.
Drop hatch.
Planting on ping.
Got him.
One
Okay.
more on ping.
One more.
Two diffuser going door. Planting on the door, next to the door.
I'll get that.
Good job.
Good job.
Thank you.
The time limit has been reached.
Calls, guys.
Yeah. They must have a lot of flank drones in and around kitchen because they kept like pre-firing around pretty near to where I was, stuff like that.
Mhm.
So
Our defense is too extended.
I think as soon as
Where we going?
Let's go see you.
And Maestro or Kaid?
Maestro.
Clash or not?
Clash.
Yeah, go.
Clash trap.
I'm down to here, right? Not mute.
Yeah, you good.
Yeah.
Alright, hold on. I'm gonna
Actually,
make him...
Kaid, but whatever. I mean, you could 6-pick.
No, we just decided not Kaid.
No.
I can make rotations technically.
Protect the bombs.
Nothing else to do.
Do the big wall, Nancy.
Black and Igloo again, yeah. I don't know what else to get. No?
Shadow, what else can you get?
Do we have elevator wall?
This wall.
Elevator wall.
Should we get elevator wall instead?
Walls
I don't even know what
reinforced.
that was. I don't
This
think we
one.
need it.
It's the one we play with Ivana.
Oh, that one. Yeah, I get that. Get that.
Are you sure it's not?
If you get that, I can play the whole way more extended, especially since we have you.
10 seconds to insertion.
Doorway
I'm at
secured.
hold. Start
5
black.
seconds to insertion.
Yeah.
Increase
Barricade
surveillance
up.
on bombs. Op 4 has a diffuser.
If I'm lucky, I will also trick you.
Open giant I have. Actually, no, don't leave it, leave it.
Loading mag.
I have the holes up there. Maestro.
Fuck.
In the holes, I'm back tricking.
Stockroom, maybe?
One Maestro comes gone.
Palace one? I don't know what stockroom looks like, honestly.
No, I
don't really
didn't
want
put
to
the
get
other
out.
measure.
Once you're playing North and Skylight.
You're going for this wall?
Fuck below.
I don't know why Thermite's there.
You go away. Yeah,
A bomb has been located.
You're playing a
by
North
Op
Windsor,
4.
be careful. Bandit.
Alright.
Alright.
I mean, they're not gonna
Opening
hold
now.
the Thermite down.
Located the bomb.
Where should you get killed from
Nancy,
again, Black?
watch out. Skylight.
Black, where'd you get killed from?
Skylight.
Okay.
The one on main. One's repelling on the windows.
You hold pick from the window, just gonna peek it. One close red to the breach, one top sky stairs, one outside generator.
If there's still one repelling, you could go lobby. It's clear.
Window.
One window
There's
dead.
one meeting.
I was out of ammo.
All friendlies.
Fuck, is
were
there no
eliminated.
cam watching meeting?
Mission
Like,
failure.
the hallway? Because
We
I
don't
actually
have
did
any
not hear
cam
him.
ups.
My bad. The round was my bad. Don't worry about it.
Alright, let's go see you again.
Kaid? This time?
Yeah, Kaid this time.
Okay. Should I
You can
play
try
him?
mute instead. Oh, okay, I'll play.
What was the other one?
Never mind.
Falls would have been the last one.
Okay. Sorry.
Should have 6 volts.
Like, open the whole thing above the board because I have to impact tree from far away.
I mean, this time he will do it because he has a better shotgun. Nigel will do it.
Oh yeah, okay.
Oh, they're gonna come for us instantly. Well, come for me.
Good, then we can buy the defense sometime.
Secure the bombs.
The elevator then.
Did anyone get drone heavy from someone particular?
I
Giant
think so that we went below. There's
Janitor, okay.
John on side. Got it.
Reinforce the wall.
You also need to make rotations, Nigel.
Which ones do you need?
Window barricaded.
Down
Side.
to 10 seconds.
There's a
5
drone down
seconds
here.
to insertion.
You get it.
No, they just got spotted by it.
Team Keep an eye out for Op 4 attempting to defuse
He's
your
got one
bomb.
reinforcement to work with. Close the doors. Hurry up.
Window
We need Nancy.
secured.
Clear the poles.
Oh, Yokai!
Close the doors.
I think one's already in ATM. It's an Ash.
Okay, one on skyline.
ATM repelling
Loading mag.
Can you ping the
repelling car
wall?
park.
Someone ping the wall that I have to trick. Is it right here?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay.
There.
The other one is right here, like noted.
Yeah, got it. Did you get the drone?
The droning heavy.
Drone.
Reload.
Got the drone. Okay, pushing out from below. Adzi, I need your help.
Yeah, I know. I'm on the other side. There's an
They're in,
Ash
they're
over
in,
here.
they're in. Alright, I need your help.
Skylight.
I can't even see him. It's such a shitty place to play.
Yeah, I don't think we should play below on this one.
Good janitors.
They're gonna
One's
grenade
in
you.
main lobby.
Left wall.
Box is making hold below.
Nice, you got one.
One
IQ janitor. Half.
Op 4 has located a bomb. Know what to do.
Nice.
There's one.
Fuck.
Let's try.
Mission
You can see your
failed.
head.
All friendlies were
Oh.
eliminated.
Okay, no, he wallbanged you. Never mind. It's not an in a bulletproof couch. Alright, we're going to CO again.
Don't play below.
Yeah, I know.
That wasn't the reason we lost. Talk about it later.
Well, 3 of you died below.
That's not the reason. It's
Okay.
not because it's a bad strat.
Playing the Clash is a death trap as well, because they just book underneath.
Then we flank underneath.
The
They
windows
never shoot
are
the main lobby cam. Never.
worse.
Don't know how to. Should I play Clash?
Yeah.
I'm gonna take
I'll get
a.
the cams up sooner this time. Do you want the maestro in certain places?
One watching long.
Secure the
Yeah, I'm
area.
gonna put a
Keep the
bulletproof
bomb
cam watch
protected.
long, so you don't have to put it there.
Okay, then never mind.
Gotcha. I'm gonna play a bit of a mind game
Wall
with
fortified.
the maestro devices.
What do you mean by that?
I'm gonna put 2 watching the walls, but they're gonna shoot one of them. They think they can open, but I can trick them. They won't find the second one, hopefully.
10 seconds.
Guaranteed they will.
Last time they did.
Window barricade up.
Wait, we didn't
5
reinforce.
seconds and counting.
I got 2 reinforcements.
Nice, you have one. Make this
Op 4 has yet to
walk,
locate a bomb.
Make it what?
walkable so I can walk in my shield. Like open the spit. Top pop, top pop. Thank you.
Don't go past the stairs,
Reloading.
because there's a guy playing on that.
Outside. Running me.
Watching stun.
Heaven.
Op 4 found a bomb. You must defend it.
Oh shit.
One more
Throwing
flying off
grenades.
windows.
One's repelling,
Yeah,
and one's
windows
repelling.
again.
Book below.
Hmm.
Ike is pushing.
Aki's pushing.
They got the master
They
cam.
missed. Oh, we're not. They didn't. They got it. On the
Okay,
right.
they got
Shut
me.
up. And one's on the window. One's on the window and one's on the right. Pushing me. Pushing me. Pushing me. Shut up.
I'm busy with Bach, I'm sorry!
I'm watching here, I'm watching. Go a bit back,
They're
guys.
banging the windows.
One on your right.
Op 4 has located a bomb. You know what to do.
I'm helping you now, Andy.
Ash dead. That was window.
Okay, I'm behind you, Andy, I'm helping you.
And
Thatcher
they're
dead.
opening the
Get
wall.
back on it, get back on
I
it.
got the Thatcher. I got the Thatcher. I got the
There's
Thatcher.
another one there. He's gonna push me, probably.
Hold open. Hold.
hold where you are. Or move back or something.
There's a
Hold it
claymore
long.
close.
I'm stuck here. I have to watch this now.
What?
The box hit.
Did they open the breach?
Yeah.
Yeah, they opened left side.
No,
Alright.
there's something
Watch
on
flank. Be
spiral.
careful of flank.
I'm stuck. 1 HP. Thank you.
They can come in janitor. Watch janitor.
I will come spiral.
One spark
Pushing,
back.
push breach.
Swapping
One's
mags.
dead. One more further.
That's the IQ.
Am I
One
dead?
spiral.
Last stop standing.
Nice, nice.
That's a spiral, probably. Maybe main.
Spiral or main?
Call.
Main.
Okay,
Main.
I've got a cam. Go back, Anthony. I've got a cam.
Oh, he's got no nades. Can't do anything.
Okay, slow him down then.
And he said,
Play time, but slow him down. Got
Down
your
to
back.
15 seconds.
Palace,
10
maybe janitor.
seconds left.
Oh, he's
Probably
below.
Okay.
Yeah, he's below. He's
Play
slow.
time then.
5 seconds
good.
remaining.
We'll play it.
Time limit expired.
He didn't blow up.
So I found out shotgun works very good against windows.
Yeah. Just lie down, one pump to the face, dead. I don't really remember the telescope.
Well, I know I'm pulse. I'm gonna 6-pick him.
All I know is I'm maestro.
yeah, I got pulse rook, mash, trade.
Basically playing top. You reinforce two
Yeah.
highlight walls. I reinforce two other ones.
I know, but you're not playing main. You're not playing main lobby though.
Are you sure?
Remember, it's not. It's.
I mean, the place
more
I
of a
was
death
last
trap.
time was dumb. I was
If
just
it's-
late.
Yeah.
But I think I should play near main lobby. Not where I was, because I was pinned in a corner. But
I remember we could have showed the pulse. Because we're able to go lockers.
Secure the bombs.
Yeah, but I don't want them to 6-pick an IQ just for that.
They didn't 6-pick it. It was in the lineup.
Was it already?
Yep.
Be advised, a bomb location is compromised.
Bro, I can't get this drone. 9 drones.
This wall.
Get front us, wall. Let's see if you have one. I'm getting CO.
We need one on side.
5 seconds left.
Now. He's getting a reinforcement on side.
I can't go upstairs.
Op 4 has located
need
a
it.
Need
bomb.
one now.
Be ready for
I
hostile
can't
action.
do it.
I don't have
Okay,
one.
somebody
we're
reinforce.
out.
What else am I reinforcing? Hello? Where? Yeah.
We could lose because of that, you know.
Yeah.
Just don't lose then.
I don't know who forgot it, but
Next time get side.
Might have been me because I still have
One's
one left.
repelling, fine. Repelling on the right side window. I think it's IQ. She's joining right now. If lobby's clear, you could peek her. She's repelling late. But I think she's too low. Don't risk it. She's still joining.
Know where I am. They know where I am.
Where are you getting pushed from?
Everywhere.
Don't panic. I can help you. Don't
There
hold
is your
stand.
wobble.
Repelling here, left side. He's repelling up now. Banana.
Which window? That's alright.
I don't see it. I don't know. I just see her
You're
right
good
here.
at
in front of
meeting
me.
at least. Let's see.
Still there. I think. Can you get that, Igloo? You're still repelling. Banana window. Repelling back down a bit. No, back up again. They opened above.
I can't do that.
Okay,
Repelling
one's
on
above.
fucking windows.
In.
Setting C4. Detonating.
How do you
stop.
have C4?
Yes, we do.
Okay. Wait, what the fuck?
Careful,
Still
fucking
there?
windows, Ati.
Yeah. Shit. He's still a repel.
Okay, Nigel, get ready.
Oh wait, you're dead.
Yeah.
Get ready. Nigel.
Fuck,
Quiet,
I did not know
quiet, quiet.
Opening above A.
Located a bomb.
Yeah.
You know what to do.
Okay, wait, C4. Here. Stop,
Right now?
dude. Don't blow it. Okay, do it now, now.
Oh, he's on the table.
I'm watching the back angle. The door.
Coming downstairs. Shutting your left.
Above and main.
Got my couple gas. $50 seconds.
Reloading.
One up mate. I gotta stay.
Opening teller's wall. And one on the door.
Back, the back dead.
Friendly, last operator standing.
One got me
In.
main.
IQ's in.
On
Behind the
reach.
desk.
Printer now. Table. Laying down behind it.
Archives in, archives now. Sledge.
15 seconds left.
Archives door pushing. One planting.
No idea
10
where they're
seconds to
planting.
go.
Don't know where they're planting.
The bomb diffuser has been
Planting
successfully
A.
deployed.
They're plant. Yeah, they
They're
planted
planting-
far back of A.
Yeah. On the inside door.
You are inside. They're just holding sight.
Pushing now.
Bonus pushing. Nice.
One's laying down behind the
IQ's
table.
laying down.
Laying behind the desk. And the thermite's
Can
out
all bang now.
of reach.
You move.
Pushing
Move
rotate.
on the left. Pushing.
Right
Laying
corner.
down. On the rotation.
Nice
Back
try.
calls.
Mission failed. All friendlies were eliminated.
Why isn't she going out? I hate dumb shit like this. Go save yourself, man. They would have won this easily. I don't like these players.
They'll start pushing you.
Yeah, it's a ranked playstyle. I don't appreciate that at all. In ranked, I mean,
Right.
yeah, in ranked it's to be expected. If they won that, I wouldn't have deserved it. It's fucking stupid. I mean, if I won that.
Mm. Yeah.
We
What
need to
a
go
review
over the
time.
top of CEO. Because that always goes to shit within seconds.
Not always. If we play aggro on the giant door, it works really well.
Like we did the last time was good. We don't need to play below. Because we impact
but
again anyways.
Hello,
Hello.
Omar.
Hello.
I was waiting for the custom to end just in case you guys were in a scrim.
Yeah, we
No.
were.
Okay, yeah. I didn't want
just
to interrupt,
finished.
obviously, in the middle of the scrim, so I
Yeah,
was just
thanks.
how'd it go?
How did
Well,
Border
we
go?
lost both matches, but our attacks went really well, to be honest.
I think
Okay. What
communications
match-
are really good as well.
We did
I mean,
bank
much
and
better.
border arc. Well, after we read what you wrote,
Bank and border? Is what you
bank
said?
and bank.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Alright, cool. What things were you working on? Like what was the focus of
Mostly
today's games?
Communication.
Okay,
Telling us,
cool.
telling each other what we're holding, what we're doing.
Yeah, and
Okay.
like asking, can someone hold this? Can
Sure everyone hears it, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
We can work it out.
No like bickering after rounds trying to figure out what went wrong. You're saving that for going into the next
A
time?
bit, but it's reduced.
yeah,
Everyone's trying to hold it back.
everyone was called to drop it.
Okay, cool. And so when you're going into the next round, were you guys making a point of like making sure you're figuring out your strat for the upcoming round and what they might
Yes,
be doing?
actually, we did.
Okay.
For CO, especially when we played that.
Perfect.
Right, no, we
'cause
played,
that was...
they had two people upstairs that were roaming
Mhm.
at the time, like beforehand, and we killed them both. And I
Okay.
think they were roaming again upstairs or something.
Mhm.
And so we came up with like a plan to predict what they were going to do. Yes.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, because that was probably the biggest thing I was noticing in your comms was the fact that you guys never really talked about what was coming up in the next round.
Mm.
It always felt like you guys were so focused on the previous round that by the time the next round would start, there was no plan in place for what you might be going into, what you guys want to do. And now I know you guys have strats and everything, but like you need to be calling those strats well enough in advance so that if you guys think something might not work going into the round, you guys can change it before you get to the pick phase. And that way you avoid situations like not knowing what to reinforce, not knowing what operator to bring, finding out they have a castle and then realizing, oh, we didn't bring anything for castle, stuff like that, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
So,
we should do that for CO. We like that. That's why we fucked that up a bit.
Mhm.
Also, like I forgot that I had not a master cam, so it was kind of my fault. But yeah, what was it? The attacks we brought Capital, and we did
Okay.
the Iban angle. Both worked out pretty well, in my opinion.
nice. So you were able to
So-
deny that elevator presence with Hibana?
But yeah, Eagle got 3
Yes,
kills there,
yeah.
so yeah.
Perfect. And
Um,
the Capital was able to
Hold
make
windows,
the
yeah,
attack
pretty much.
tripping and everything harder. What
Mhm.
gun are you? Who's playing Capital, by the way?
Me.
You are? Okay. Are you
Yeah,
using the
LMG.
M240 now? Okay, gotcha. Yeah, it is personal preference. It's just that window play is typically easier with the high mag of the LMG. So if that's
Yeah,
what
that's
you're
why
running,
we were asking Shadow about like Zofia LMG, but she doesn't really play LMG, so we decided
yeah,
to
that's fine.
swap it around.
Shadow should try freaking IQ's LMG now that it has an angled grip.
Yeah, maybe.
That thing is a powerhouse. Now, I don't necessarily like it on the window rappel because I don't think IQ's utility is well served on the
Yeah,
window.
nah.
But just in general, Shadow should try that gun because its stat lies very similar to the R4C, and now that its ADS time is normalized, it's actually stupid. Nigel and I were playing it in ranked, and
It's
it's a
so good.
stupid
Mm.
gun.
Yeah.
Stupidly good.
It's like the R4C is back with an ACOG.
Mm.
Yeah, we could do that for
With
water.
a bigger mag.
Yeah.
Then Edge
Yeah.
can swap up to someone else.
I mean, I
No,
would
I
have
tried that.
played Jacko with the PW, but he was banned, so.
I just mean in general, if you find you're putting Shadow on like IQ or something, have her try the LMG. Like not necessarily on that window position, because I don't want to waste an IQ on that window, because
Yeah.
then she can't be checking for like Valcams, Echo drones, all that stuff, right? I just mean in general, Shadow, you should try that gun out a bit because I
Mhm.
think you'll really like it.
Okay,
Uh,
I do.
but yeah. Okay, that's good to hear. How did border go? Because you guys have been playing a lot of border, so that should start to feel a lot tighter than it's
Some rounds could have been better than others.
The attacks too. There was 2 team kills, so that kind of fucked us up.
Hmm.
And I don't know if there was much communication. Can we have the border what? I want to check some rounds. I
Gotcha.
did record this one.
So
I think
How
communication wise, and the strats we went for definitely improved quite a bit.
Yeah.
Like whenever someone was like, okay, well,
Thank you.
we're gonna push towers or we can leave top kind of thing, we all kind of knew what to do because we've done it before. We tried it, right?
Okay, perfect. And hey, actually, since you played border, did Eagle end up in the death zone again?
What, and the
Eagle
thing?
is-
Adzi in black should know what I'm talking about.
Oh, the yeah. No, I ended up there that time actually,
You
Well-
ended up there. Okay.
because I went there.
Yeah,
That's
Eagle
Lana
you
when
were
you-
there
when you
I
jump?
was breaking it down.
No, I was
Okay,
just like
we can't find it.
basically, so
Mhm.
kind
I
of
think
forgiven.
Eagle doesn't know about it yet. We should have told him.
Yeah, I completely forgot because I remembered we talked about it
Yeah.
when we were breaking down the VOD, but none of them were there, and I forgot to
Yeah, I wasn't sure.
remind you guys
I
to
didn't want
relay that.
to mention it mid scrim.
Yeah,
so-
no, don't mention a mid scrim. That's why I'm
Wouldn't it
asking.
be
Like
nice
this,
if we all knew what you were talking about?
yeah,
Wouldn't
no.
it be
So I'm gonna
nice if
talk
you all
about that.
didn't leave after the first second after the loss?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that was my bad for because we talked about a lot of stuff, and that was one of the things that I forgot up until now that we covered. So I wanted to check with the people that knew it. So I'm going to now pull up what that is for you. I know I sent an image of it to one
Yeah,
of
you
you.
did.
I was trying to find it.
I think
Here,
you
let
sent
me.
it in the
I might
channel.
have sent it in the general chat actually. Let's see. Let's find stuff from me. I'll just search from my name.
Oh, Ilu.
No,
Yeah.
sent a lot of messages.
When I got the 3Ks with
I
Ash,
found it.
Nina texted
You
me
found
and
it?
said, "Yeah,
can you post
go
the
on,
image
show
in the
Igloo
chat?
how to play Ash."
Yeah, I'm gonna post this one, right?
Yes, perfect. All right. So you see that little area that's circled in front of tellers on border? When you drop down,
Mhm.
right next to the stairs, you never want to end up here as a defender. Yeah, you just never want to end up there as a defender. The reason for it is the easiest place for an attacker to shut you down because they just have to get on these balcony windows up top, and they have you completely pinned down. And that is actually a spot that a lot of attackers are going to be checking. You see pro players get stuck there, and they live there for the rest of the round. I think I've seen one player get out of that position, and that was Joystick landing a miracle shot. Um, but yeah, if you end up in that position as a defender, you're pretty much done. You have no safe rotate. Even if you try to rotate to the soft wall behind you, you're still cut off when you try and move a little bit in tellers by the tellers windows themselves. So yeah, just as a rule of advice, like if you think of certain areas as death zones, that is the big one on border, especially when you're roaming on that side of the map. Um, the one thing is like obviously if you go further south of that position against hugging the wall, then you're safer from the windows and you can actually contest the line of sight to default plant through that soft wall, and that's how you would do that in a potential retake situation. But you never want to get this close unless obviously every attacker is dead. So that is a death zone essentially. So try and avoid ending up in that area. That was a spot that I saw you end up in a lot, Igloo, during the border game that I spectated for. And yeah, that's a big position. That's a big no-no position. And I forgot to relay that to you after the border game because it just slipped my mind. So, Adzi, you said you ended up here. How did that happen?
I was trying to flank up east. Didn't work
Gotcha.
after all.
Gotcha. So, were you coming from like the customs side of things, and then you?
Yeah, from like workshop side.
Okay, yeah. Keep in
Probably
mind.
someone's on there. Who's-
So that's pathing. So the big thing is if you're trying to flank up east stairs, don't go against the northern wall there. If you have to go through the lobby area, go through the southern wall. Because
Well,
then
go
the
from,
angles
like,
from
the
the big
actual width.
windows and whatnot are a lot harder.
Oh, like hug the
Hug the
other
southern
side.
wall.
Yeah, okay.
Hug the other side when you walk
Like
through
near
it.
passport.
Yep, near passport and hug the southern wall. You're a little bit safer from angles. Now, obviously, if the attackers have a lot of map control and like tellers or passport, then you probably shouldn't be going through lobby anyway.
Yeah.
Um, but if you have to go through lobby, hugging the southern wall is going to be 90% of the time the play. Obviously, it's siege. Sometimes someone will be at a different angle that somehow is actually not seeing that, but sees, or
Yeah.
But most of the time, you want to hug the southern wall when you're pathing through there. Try and go for a flank.
I have to escape though at some
Um,
point. When they open the castle, I'm dead if I stay here. I have to drop.
Yeah,
What if you
but
just jump into side and play in between the?
if you
this
drop
little-
into sight, then you can rotate. Did you guys put when you were trying to defend bathroom tellers, did you put that lower castle barricade I was talking to Adzi and Black about?
Lower.
Which one was
Yeah,
it?
so on the double door by default cam coming in through lobby.
Oh. I always have one left, and I'm thinking armory door, something else. I'm confused
No,
about.
it needs to go there.
Now we know.
Yeah.
Um,
I'll go with that.
I'm gonna make a note in chat because I mentioned that last VOD too, and I know a lot of stuff gets mentioned, so that's one of the big things.
Yeah.
But yeah,
You know of any way to get rid of a Kate or a mute or a bandit on the elevator wall and bank?
on elevator wall, then you need a Thatcher. That's how you get
Does
rid
it
of it.
work from straight above?
I didn't.
So I don't think it'll
On the-
work
on the
from the
ho-
roof.
I think
Yeah,
you can throw it from the other skylight.
But yeah, I'm pretty sure if you throw it from the other skylight, you can roll it far enough to get there. The other option is to run a Twitch if you're not comfortable with the Thatcher throws. Like that's something you have to practice in a custom to get comfortable with. But if you just see it in a live game and you want to practice it, you can run a Twitch. It's not that hard to sneak a Twitch drone in there and get that. There's a lot of staircases the Twitch can use. Just pay attention to what they're watching more actively and what they're not, and send your Twitch drone in and zap that electric claw so you can open up the barricade.
Because you can't get it from the skylight. The skylight is closed on that side.
No. The stairs skylight. I think it's possible to roll an EMP from there, or not square sky. Sorry, skylight stairs. I believe it's possible to roll an
Oh.
EMP from there. The other option is so you guys typically have a jackal or a buck or something, right?
Yep.
You can go over to the elevator hatch, open it up, and chuck an EMP through it. That is an option as well.
You could even
If you
just
guys
throw
have
it.
that lower control.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Can't you shotgun the top of that wall as well?
I think you have to be reasonably close.
So what I mean is, if you can shotgun the top of that wall, you can chuck it in from what's the name of that one buffer room that doesn't see a ton of play that you enter from directly from the
Front desk?
outside on top of garage.
Top of garage. Oh,
Oh.
cash. Or you call it cash room.
You guys call it cash room? Okay. Yeah, I can never remember the name of that room because it doesn't see a ton of play.
For loan.
Yeah, so if you jump in from there, if that top part of the wall is shotgun, then it's a very easy Thatcher EMP throw as well. Because you can just fling it over it, but I can't remember right now if you can. I believe you can shotgun the top of elevator wall.
I could probably wallbang it. What was it? So bank it.
Bang it.
No, bank it off one of the pillars from skylight. Like
And I mean, if you're skilled enough with that, sure, you can rest it on the like the half. It's not a half wall, the like tall wall that has a gap from the ceiling that people like to run across to put Meister cams, check a yokai onto it.
Yeah.
That divides the rooms from the rest of the lobby. You can rest an EMP there, but that takes a lot of skill to land that throw and make sure it stays on the wall. But there are definitely ways to get it. Even just like arcing it, because remember that thing has a pretty big radius. Even just arcing it from the lobby stairs is typically good enough. Like if you have decent amount of lobby control, you could chuck it from lobby stairs without actually
Getting
going
lobby
up
control while there's like
stairs.
2 ACOGs above is quite hard, to be honest.
Yeah, no, it's not easy, and that's where the repels become important. And then you need people on the eastern side, western side repels by the front door, to try and pin them down just long enough so that you can get your EMP chucked up there. There should be Pro League VODs that have someone opening that up, and I'll try and find some of those so you guys have an idea.
You throw an EMP from fucking windows as well.
We need to locate a bomb.
100%.
Mm,
Yeah.
I gotta go now.
10 seconds.
Alright, see you,
Good
Shadow.
Night.
5 seconds.
Yeah, and then depending on where they put the Kaid, like if it's a
Your mission is
Kaid,
to locate and
people put
defuse
that
the bomb.
generally up top, not below. That you can probably get from the ceiling if it's up top. If it's a mute or a bandit, I don't think you can get it from the ceiling of bank. But I believe you can get a Kaid from the ceiling.
I tried it. The gate was on the ceiling and didn't work.
It's something to practice though, because again, that's really one of those big things that is like, it's just practicing the Thatcher throws and making sure you're getting the right portion of the ceiling and all that jazz. Yeah, and again, for now, if you guys really need to get rid of something like that and you're not practiced with the Thatcher throws because you haven't gotten into a custom and practiced them, you can just run Twitch and she'll take care of that pretty handedly. Alright.
You can definitely get in from fucking windows though.
Yeah. If you can throw that from parking windows.
You probably get
I just tried it.
on
Yeah.
garage windows or something.
Oh, you did just right? Okay, and it worked? Cool.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if the throws, but yeah, that works well enough. Yeah, I didn't realize, I didn't, because they updated throwing physics, you know, like those 4 seasons ago or whatever. And there's just a lot of longer throws than what I'm remembering. And yeah, if you can get the Thatcher EMP all the way from parking windows, that's the safest way to do it for sure. But yeah. Anything else? Or anything else you guys notice in your scrims and whatnot?
I don't want to say on bank. I think the thing to take away from that is that out of the 6 attacks, we won 3, and that's a huge step up from.
That is huge. You
what
guys,
below.
yeah,
And-
you won 1 previously.
On border as well.
And the other ones were
Perfect.
quite.
That
Some
went
of them
too
were
long.
quite close. So
Yeah, we would have won more on border as well if we just what we do is opt faster for the change of like when they were holding CC with 2 people and they had like a setup with a legion.
Yep.
We realized there's no way to take it and just go over to office and then we would have
Yeah.
won it. For sure.
Instead, we just sat there and tried to take it.
Yeah, we just tried to take fights. So.
Oh yeah, one other big thing. Whenever someone was flanking, it was called out pretty much every
Perfect.
time, and
That's huge.
we had people
That's why
watching them.
Yeah,
didn't-
that's why you're running more
I don't
attacks.
think many people die to a flank, if not ever.
No.
Already
No,
better than
but-
G2. Yeah, I've been
sure.
listening to the B Leaguers podcast episode that came out like today or last night or something.
Mhm.
I don't know, man. It was funny listening to them talk about how bad G2 did at DreamHack.
What they did, to be honest.
They
went
did.
out-
They
yeah.
did.
went out
They
bottom
gave
of the
them an
group or
F.
something,
They gave them an F for their rating. Like they
Who's
gave
on
everyone. They
B
were giving
League?
everyone letter grades. They gave G2 an F.
Who does the casting for B League? Or
Press
B
F.
League?
It's Flynn and Stokes do the B
Oh,
Leaguers
okay.
podcast,
Press F to pay respects.
and
Wait,
they
is-
basically
Is that
just
the QZ Stokes?
yes, and they just like crap on every single pro league team, and then cry about the fact that SSG never does as well as they want them to. That's the B Leaguers podcast in a nutshell. Oh, and Flynn makes fun of Stokes every time because he's in Challenger League and Stokes isn't. That's about the B Leaguers podcast.
Can you be a caster and a pro league player?
Yes.
Well, Flynn's gonna be a seal caster. Pro League, well, it's just the thing of like, what do you have a contract for? Obviously, if you're contracted to cast for PL itself, then no, you can't play and cast because
Why not?
it's conflicting
Obviously.
times.
Yeah, the
But
times,
like, if you
in
don't have a
general, are you
contract
allowed-
for it, then yeah, just you can cast other games, and then
Mhm.
you play other games. So like Flynn cast for Canadian Nationals. He casted DreamHack Montreal. He's still a CL player. You
Are they
probably
allowed to swap out?
what do you
Like,
mean?
like you imagine like Flynn being in the Pro League team, right? And instead of Flynn, when he has to cast, someone else plays.
I mean, I don't think a team would ever want to do that. Why would you keep a guy that you're not going to be able to have play for you
Yep.
100% of the time, right?
Well, the other way around, surely.
Yeah. I'm just wondering about the legal issues because if he's in that team, and
Oh,
he's casting, he can give them intel. Like the
Well,
one
I don't think
that's what happened with Salamander recently.
Yeah.
How they got kicked out of.
I don't think
I've
ESL would
lost.
would give Flynn a contract to cast any event that his team's competing at. And I don't think Flynn would take a contract to cast any event that his team's competing at because why the hell would he? He wants to compete, right?
Yeah.
So it's just a matter of only taking jobs that like they're contract workers. They don't have like a long salaried
Yeah.
like position. They get a season contract and they cast for that. So all Flynn is going to do is just going to accept things for things his team is in at. And
Yeah.
typically qualifiers are done before the talent is found. So he will always know if his team's going to be in an event or not. So it doesn't really conflict with playing and casting that much unless you're talking about like from a time perspective. So for that can be annoying for some people. It just kind of depends on what sort of um background stuff you do for your things. So like if Flynn obviously will spend a lot of time like scrimming and stratting with his team and whatnot, and there's also some casters that like spend a lot of time VOD reviewing because they like to have a lot of information going into a match.
Yeah.
That's not every caster, and Flynn is actually less of an analysis caster and more of a play-by-play hype sort of caster. So he doesn't need
a
that as
shoutcast.
much. Yeah, he shoutcasts more than he analyzes. Not to say that Flynn doesn't know what the hell is going on because he is a CL player now. It's just that his focus typically does tend to be on the shoutcast and the play-by-play aspect. So for a caster like him, I don't think he has to put in as much prep work going into a cast as otherwise, so it doesn't interfere too heavily with his schedule. Yeah, and I mean on the other hand, there's people like who is it? I think Sternab or maybe Demos on record saying that they spend a lot of time going over VODs trying to get ready before they actually go into a match, and those players might not feel they have the time to cast and play. It just all depends on how you approach your casts and how much time you put into certain things and whatnot. Yeah.
Is there anything you don't know? Or are you Wikipedia?
I don't know how to aim. Tell you that much.
Alright.
Not
What
even
do
as
you
black
know?
actually though, so
Excuse me?
Dude, he
What's
was
that?
landing some crazy
What?
shots in the VOD that I saw. In his defense, on bank, he landed a bunch of crazy shots.
Sometimes I suck, but come on, Adzi.
excuse me,
What
I
did I
one tap someone with Clash
How does that make me bad?
on Heaven peeking out of janitor. Okay.
Hey, okay, so
That makes you bad because that makes me better.
Oh, okay.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Obviously, also just as a side note, Adzi, Igloo, and Nigel, I will get to you guys with some more personalized feedback on your comms soonish. I already got to Black and Shadow yesterday night when I was doing that. It took me a lot longer to do that first map than I thought.
Especially with our comms.
I don't think it was just your comms. It's just I poorly estimated how much time I was going to be spending on each node and whatnot. So that's why I'm only through the first map. I think I spent something like almost 3 hours to go over 40 minutes of footage, so it took a lot more time than I thought.
Yeah.
But I hope you guys found that useful, whatnot.
Very useful.
Black, I hope you're paying this guy's salary.
Yeah. Hey, yeah, I'll take a
soon maybe.
salary. Dude, sub to me on Twitch Prime already. God.
Dude, it's not free, so I can't. No, but I already have something in mind for you.
Although keep in mind, I guess this is more towards Igloo, but like for you in particular, I'm just gonna say this now because it's not really a critique or anything. I have less for you because you just didn't talk as much in that particular rod. Whereas
Or in
Adzi
general.
Nigel, yeah, Adzi Nigel, I do have a lot more stuff for, so it is proportional because I was a comms analysis that is proportional to what I hear.
I mean, it's a given I'm IGL, and it's a given because
yeah, exactly. That's why you have a lot of stuff, and Nigel, I just like crapping on. So that's why.
It's all your fault, Adzi.
Actually, I don't really have like any like critique of Nigel. Heavily, I have stuff that I want Nigel to start trying to do. Um,
Oh, right.
so yeah, I'll talk to you about that in a bit. And then Adzi, I have just like basic IGL stuff. In all honesty, a lot of what I'm gonna say to you personally, I said in the document.
Yeah.
Because you read through that, there's a lot of stuff that was specified to the IGL.
Yeah, I read through it in the morning. I was
Uh-huh.
at college instead of doing
So,
You sleep,
who
Adzi?
needs this?
Yeah.
Yes,
But the thing I like,
for like 2 hours.
the thing I like hearing is that your attacks went well today because attacks are actually the harder part of Siege to get down. So
Mhm.
if your communication and your playing together is working better and better on your attacks and starting to string together those rounds, defense just comes down to how well are your strats built at the beginning, right? A lot. I mean, obviously there's the mid round adaptation and whatnot, but you go a long way just from not having like glaring holes in your defense to start with, right?
Yeah.
And then knowing how you want to rotate and play around each other. Stop sending Shadow on islands or putting Igloo in the middle of the
This
lobby.
time, I don't think we sent Shadow on islands a lot.
Cool.
You gotta play kind of close. And
That's good. Because it's like, yeah, Shadow doesn't need to roam close to the team,
Mhm.
but someone needs to stay close to Shadow to help her out if there's a refrag situation needed or she just needs support.
Mhm.
So a duo roam is
Yeah, I
infinitely
noticed that
better
on
than a solo
Bank,
roam.
what Shadow and Igloo were doing.
I shouldn't be playing Teros. It's far away. And die every
Mhm.
time.
Brought it up.
Tellers is hard to have someone come into a refrag to help you. There's just not a lot of good angles to establish the crossfire.
Is this when we're playing basement on back?
Yeah, basement.
Yeah, and actually
Uh,
I wasn't killed in Teros, but everybody died and I had to come back to side at some point. And when I come back, I
I
died.
saw you running.
yeah.
Somebody
Tellers
said, I know that you're gonna die. Whenever you start running, I just know you're gonna die.
We actually
I feel
won the
like maybe
retake
you
half
should-
the time.
Yeah, I feel like what you should do in this situation is just hold as long as you can and just accept that you're gonna die because you always die running back, always.
I give
So-
you
I
2
started.
tests a
I
second
ran
time.
back twice today.
Yeah, the
I can
first
say
time
always.
when you all died very
Twice.
quickly, but the second time you actually wasted a lot of time and there was like 1 minute left and you were still alive. So I was like, okay, he's gonna waste even more time. When they kill him, they will have no time left. So I didn't want you to run back. Actually, it would have been so helpful if you just stayed a bit longer. But I think Adzi and me, because we're gods, run it anyways. So
Yeah,
it's fine.
easily.
So,
Easy retakes all day.
So
To be
what
fair,
I'm
I did that-
hearing
I did
from
that one
this,
time.
Sorry. What?
what I'm hearing from this is that there's one piece of communication that I guess I didn't put in the document that you guys should also be saying. When you're rotating, when you're pushing somewhere, that also is something you call out. It's not just that you're calling out that, oh, I'm taking a gunfight with a guy in Jenner. You should also be saying, I'm moving to tellers. I'm coming back. Then this is mostly on the IGL, but everyone should process it to a degree. The IGL will give you do it or actually hold.
Yeah.
Because that's how you get that communication coming. So like if Igloo thinks that he needs to come back, he should start by saying I'm coming back, and then Adzi, you have to instantly follow that up with a yes or a no.
Okay.
That is a huge part of calling out what you're doing.
Mm.
And I didn't specify that particular part specifically when I went over your comms, but that is also one of the things that I include into whenever you're doing something in this game, that information should be shared. If you're pushing into an area, you share it. If you're saying I'm going into lobby, you share it.
Yeah.
And
I sh-
someone needs to give an affirmative, and that's typically on the IGL, unless you're actively doing something with another player, or if in some cases it might be that the IGL is dead and it's like a 2v5, in which case the two members that are alive need to be communicating with each other the most. The IGL can direct them using some of the intel that he has if he sees an opening that can be made through like drones or cams or whatnot. But by and large, the two clutch players are the ones that are put into that position. But this really mostly applies to a 2v5 situation. Even a 3v5 at that point, the IGL probably should be around to help relay information between his team, because that is enough people that you want to be making sure everyone's on the same page. But in a 2v5, you kind of need to let the two people left alive do the bulk of the work with you just telling them what you see, right?
Mm.
Unless, of
when we
course, you
played
obviously
Border-
see something like huge.
Yeah. When we play border, I already kind of called it. I will drop, but what I should probably do is wait a bit and say, "Can I drop?" And then Adzi confirms so nice. Because I kind of like when I say that, I'm already below, so I can't really go back up unless I go main stairs.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I guess that's a good addition. I just wait for the call.
Yeah, obviously, try and call things as far in advance before you do them as you can.
Yeah.
But make sure at the very least you call them. So, like in your situation, right? If you have to drop,
Yeah.
just say it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. I
everyone
always
knows.
say it. I just
But yeah,
usually do it without waiting for feedback. So
yeah.
maybe
But
if I'm
try and
not
say it.
that much on the heat, maybe I can say, "Okay, can I drop? Can I drop?" And then sure or no, you stay there until you die. Whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
exactly. And try and if you can, specify why you want to drop sometimes, right? Like in that example. So obviously you won't always have the time to do this, or you might not even have like the
Mm.
intel, but just simple things of can I drop to plant? Or can I drop to get this
Oh,
pulse? Stuff
okay.
like that.
No, what I'm talking about
Is
is
important.
defense. So that's pretty obvious why I want to drop. Like we
Okay,
have a
yeah,
certain
so
setup and hatches open anyways for that case.
yeah.
So IGL knows why I'm dropping in this case.
Yeah, so then say can I drop back to site or
Yeah,
just can I
yeah.
drop it? Yeah, that makes more sense. Yeah. But yeah, just the big thing is like you need to be communicating when you're doing an action
Mhm.
so everyone's on the same page and people need to be giving you affirmatives about
Yeah.
said actions.
Hey, Glue,
But yeah.
I have a question for you. It's strat related. Right. When we're defending basement and bank, right? There's three of us who play upstairs, right? One thing, I have no idea what you two are doing, what we're holding. And two, do you feel more comfortable playing in open area or in archives? Because, right, I have a C4 as Mozzie. And I'm just thinking maybe that would be way more useful for you.
You have
So we could
C4 in
potentially
Talos.
swap or something. Yeah, if you're playing like tell us archives kind of thing, right? If you have a C4, that might be a lot more useful for you because like there's only stock above me in open that's actually destructible, and I feel
Okay,
like
Nigel.
that.
Quick note here.
Hmm?
What if you play Pulse and he plays Mozzie, and then you can because you got fucked from top, all of you, right?
No,
No.
One round, yes, but that was from the hatch.
not
That
me.
killed
Yeah, the hatches.
Like,
That's what I'm talking about.
that
'cause then
killed
you
Shadow and I.
access
But
the
the thing
four.
is, we don't know what each other are holding whenever they open both those hatches.
Is there something that speaks against the Pulse in that case? Because you are kind of just roaming, right?
The only
Just
issue with
fine.
Talos that they drone me and they don't do anything. They wait for me to come out.
Well, that's good. You're wasting time.
Yeah, but that's all. I'm wasting maybe one guy, but that's not enough to hold the defense die.
No, obviously, if they all die, it's stupid. But I'm saying if you add a pulse to that picture, one of you just like maybe Shadow just has to hold like when they actually push like from the window or whatever, and Nigel can actually direct where to C4 or C4 himself, and kind of deny the top a bit more than with the
If you
Mossy.
guys really want him playing in tellers, you guys want to give him a rotate through elevators and have a player playing near main stairs to help him make that rotate safely and possibly put a deployable shield on that hallway at the top of main stairs so that he has a safe cross across back to site via main stairs. Because if he's just playing tellers by himself, it's really hard for him to escape because both of his rotates rely on him going towards the archive side, whether he goes then through the soft wall into open or drops down the hatch into that small office, or if he just goes all the way back to square side, but he still is fundamentally going in the same direction, right? Whereas if you give him a rotate escape via the elevator side, elevator's a lot harder to clear, especially if you have someone like on Jaeger playing aggressively on main stairs. That will establish a crossfire into archives through that rotate hole, as well as give Igloo a safe passage to leave archives if you guys really want to contest archives as heavily as you're doing.
It's not enough though, because when I have to rotate back, they have open area.
That's when everybody
But
dies.
that's why we're making a rotate in archives, in the archives wall to elevator, because you don't have to go into open area. That's my point.
Yeah, but they had,
Do you see the?
I tried to rotate from there, even though I didn't have any protection from elevator. I tried to rotate and I got shot from open area.
Yeah, and if you have a Jaeger playing on main stairs, they can call out if it's safe or not. Is my point, and especially with a deployable shield. Dark Zero tried to actually do something similar. They put a Maestro in that position with a deployable shield. They like went all in, and that's what they did against Empire. And both rounds they did that, they actually beat Empire with that aggressive loose roam. The other thing I want to ask, one, I don't think archives is as important to like heavily contest because it is dangerous for you to stay in as a defender. And ultimately the map control that the attackers want, they can kind of bypass archives if they're smart. Right? If they don't want to take a gunfight with you, they don't have to when you're roaming in archives, unless that elevator wall is opened. And even then, if they push from a square server side push, they still don't need to worry about you, right?
Mm.
Yeah, I don't think we should play it.
And that's the big reason why I don't know if archives is necessarily place I want to put you. If you guys really want to have like a really loose aggressive roam, typically top floor bank is your friend, and then you can even contest archives by making holes in the floor, right?
Yeah, we should
Opening up
bank
some of
like
those
other people
stock
do.
hatches and stuff, and then
Get
you
the
can drop
hatches,
into
yeah.
open.
Exactly.
Um, One thing that some teams do is they'll put a castle barricade on that small office so that they can pop that hatch and pop the hatch in janitor as well, and they can rotate freely back to site. Um, and be safe from players inside an open area because of that castle barricade. Uh, that's put onto the small office door. That is what some teams will do when they want to do a loose aggressive roam. But the thing I want to also confirm with you guys is when you're doing these loose aggressive roams, do you also have a backup strat that like you can do on other rounds that is a more default play of sites like
No,
see
not on
leave?
this one.
We're trying
Okay.
to get every map done first, and then
Well, the thing
Come back.
I mean,
about
this is we only have one strat for this, so that's what he's asking.
yeah.
We don't have something to fall back on in case this doesn't work.
So this is the thing about these loose aggressive roams that you guys are doing on bank are off meta for a reason. And the thing is they kind of cycle in and out because if teams get comfortable attacking bank normally with a normal defensive setup, then you punish them with these loose roams. And if they're trying to clear out your loose roam and wasting time, then your utility game setup beats them, right?
Yeah.
So that's the
Mhm.
thing where any one of these kinds of loose roam strats needs to also have a backup tight strat. So you can go from a turtle defense to a loose roam defense, turtle defense, loose roam defense. If you only have one half of that, you are only getting half of the rounds that you can with that strat. If that makes sense, because those strats are built on conditioning games and not on the strat in itself wins. That's what I meant. Like Dark Zero ran a loose roam strat against Empire, and that's the rounds they won on CCTV.
Mhm.
But they also kept going back to trying a turtle defense down there too, if because they knew that if they let Empire get into a sense of security on they're always going to do this loose roam, Empire would shut down the roam hard. So they had to keep changing it up so Empire was unawares. The second point, since we're talking bank, I asked in particular on bank a couple times in the document about whether you guys knew certain strats. One of them was the long angle from the garage, since you're playing a
Yeah, I
maestro.
played that today.
Okay, so you do know about it, right?
Yeah, I know
Yeah,
about it.
yeah.
I always know.
Okay,
We tried it
perfect.
before, but I ended up getting shot through it. So I played it a bit more passively this time.
Yeah, play it
And,
passively. The big thing is like
I only
you.
peek when someone drops. That's it.
Mhm.
I don't know about the
That's
other one
yeah.
you mentioned though.
Which other one did I mention? I'm
I
trying
don't
to go
remember.
through
I just
this.
remember I didn't remember it.
Yeah, no, I know I mentioned a couple. So let's see. I did tell you guys about the janitor killing from the pressure from the north windows.
Oh, yeah, the CCTV thing.
So, let's see.
Rotation,
What
red
else?
hallway, drop right on the
Yes,
desks.
yes. Actually, I can hop into Siege because that's easier to show than play. If you guys are still, if one of you wants to hop in, I'll show you this.
I want to see it.
Since we're like on a break, Higgle, this is the thing where you died. This angle where you got shot from, it's very common. I don't know if you shot the first time, but I always
Me.
call that they make a hole.
I
to break
didn't
the
have
door.
any call in that hole. That's the...
Yeah, but I always call that, so you should know that this might be a default thing, you know, that they always open.
I didn't play the last round.
office.
That's why I didn't really. I wasn't aware.
Okay, well, you should join
Alright.
it then. I
Yeah, I
guess.
should have
So
joined it
for
better.
next, yeah.
Mm.
Oh,
So next
actually,
time,
no.
just keep that in mind. And actually, yeah, that conversation right there, between you guys, I'm not faulting either one of you. That is a good example of when you guys are getting. So one, we don't want those kinds of conversations, obviously, mid game,
Mhm.
and two, when we're doing the VOD breakdowns. If someone brings up something that they think got you killed, just acknowledge it and take the feedback. You guys don't really need to like spend too much time like acknowledging why it got you killed in that particular round. As long as you file away the information and adapt it for the next time, it doesn't matter how it killed you last time. That game is over, right?
Mm.
One of you should at that point know like, okay, this is how I deal with it. And if you think that, "Oh, I already dealt with that properly, I died to something else differently," you don't really need to mention that either, right? Because again, at the end of the day, you still lost in that round and it's just a matter of adapting for the next one, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, just feel more comfortable. Like yeah,
Yeah.
you guys don't really need to go too back and forth, and this applies to all of you. I've noticed all of you have done this at certain points.
Yeah. We
When
talked about,
someone,
yeah.
yeah,
After this
yeah,
round, we quickly mentioned that, like Adzi said, say it if you die with a grenade in your hand. And I think that's very useful because obviously, if you drop a grenade and nobody sees it, runs into it, you're dead. So
mm-hmm.
I think that's like, that was like one sentence quickly, like, you know, call it when you die with a grenade in your hand. And yeah, he said, okay, we moved on. So I think that's useful.
No, that is useful.
Yeah,
It is.
like now we're saying it in mid round. I mean, you know,
Easy though to
some
think
things are
about
not
it.
useful.
You're holding a
Yeah,
grenade.
but,
If
you
you get
know-
shot, you drop.
Yeah.
If you get killed while holding that grenade, you drop the
Yeah, but
grenade.
it's so rare that I don't even know how I can train getting that call out.
Say
Did you
you were
s-
holding a grenade.
Did you
If
say
you
you
get killed holding said grenade, then say that.
I only have Adzi and Nigel on my friends list, so they'll have to invite the rest of you.
What are we doing?
But yeah, also
are we
I
joining
accidentally.
some game?
Yeah, I was just gonna show you this rotate.
Alright.
Let's hope I don't mess up the shotgunning at the very start, because again, I might. It's been a while since I made the rotate personally. And it's one of those finicky rotates that you have to get the height just right on. But yeah,
Can you send me a friend request, emote.cc, because I don't really know how to look for you.
Invite.
yeah, they'll invite you, and then I'll
Okay, yeah. I'll let you.
friends list. Mhm.
I'm probably gonna play with Raised again after this.
I'm gonna go to sleep.
Trail.
Yeah.
Do we join your team or?
Doesn't really matter. I accidentally left it on ESL settings, so we have to go through like the pick and ban super quickly. I didn't grab my testing playlist, but yeah.
No, you can start.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hold on, I'm not here.
Oh well, too late.
Oh,
I just got bullied out.
Whoops! I thought everyone was there. My bad.
Fuck the nerd. You don't need.
Can't you invite him?
Nigel,
Not
I'm
mid-game.
still live. Get here.
Nah.
You can watch him.
Whatever. Just do no.
Oh, we're banning. Never mind. Yeah.
Alright, bye then.
No, chill.
This is important mainly to the smoke anyway. So.
That's black anyway.
And one thing I would recommend anyone playing that will be playing with a nitrocell or smoke canisters in this area, and also for Adzi playing the long angle from garage, practice that in a custom so that you never miss that shot or you never miss that throw, depending on what you're playing.
You know, I've used it before. My positioning was bad.
Yeah.
I think it's better now because I've gone through the actual thought about how other people play on it.
This is gonna be really embarrassing when I just mess up the shot and we have to do this like 3 times just for me to get it right. But let's hope I get it on the first go.
Take a
What is
shotgun
it?
and you just ping it.
Nah, I'll do it myself. I'm just gonna grab some. I shouldn't mess this up, but
Where we
again,
going?
I haven't done it in a while. Lockers. I mean, it doesn't matter because we're just doing the strat. So like,
Yeah.
if we pick a different site, we can just run down to air, right? But yeah, if I do this properly, it should only take me 4 shots. So, yeah. It's not a hard thing to do. It's just I haven't done it in a while, so I might mess
It's
it
not
up.
a hard thing to do, and then he fucks it up
Yeah.
every single time.
Secure the bombs.
All right. So what I'm talking about is these desks right here. You'll often see that when a pro player wants to deny the plant, they end up on this desk, come down here, and jump into that, right?
Where are we?
We're lockers. We're lockers, yeah. So the way they do that is they preset this red hallway properly. So I believe it's like this: 4 shots, 4 blasts, and it should be vaultable. I think you just got rid of the part that I needed to vault. Yeah, you did. You made it a little too low.
Yeah.
So yeah.
You fucked it up.
Loading new mag.
I
Put it down.
I fixed it. It wasn't vaultable. I fixed it.
Op 4
No,
has
it was
located a
vaultable.
bomb.
I was about to vault it, and then
Was
you
it?
shot the part.
No, I
Yeah.
shot the small part.
Yeah, no, the small part was you needed. I made the whole thing a little bit too low, except for that one small portion.
All friendlies were eliminated.
I win.
Failure.
So, yeah, I mean, but the basic idea is, yeah, you do 4 shotgun blasts there, and you should be able to vault straight onto the desks when you go for the vault on that.
Oh, okay.
As long as you do them high enough for that. And that
Can
means that when you
you-
have to deny
Yeah.
default plant.
Can you still do the smoke throws with that?
Yes, because
Okay.
it's high. The smoke throws go high,
From the
right?
other sides, yeah. From
Yeah,
the other,
they go.
from
So
sides.
the smoke throws still work fine. The difference is you're just not like rotating to a hole at the bottom. You're using a jump.
Secure the area. Keep the bombs protected.
All right. Actually, you know what? It'll be easier to just practice it from the opposite side, because then it's just get on the desk and do it, right? I may have made that too high.
Maybe.
I can't vault.
Oh yeah, I definitely made this too high. Just lower it a little bit, and that should be vaultable, and I messed up the throw. But yeah, that's the
10 seconds remaining.
concept, right? You get right onto those desks
5 seconds
safely.
left.
And I don't believe they patched this at all, so
Be
that's how you do
Op
it.
4 has
But
found a
that's how
bomb.
you do it, I
Op 4
guess.
has located a bomb.
How is
Be
the
ready
vault
for
now
hostile
broken?
action.
Can't jump anymore.
Makes no sense.
You guys get the idea. It's something you'll be able to figure out pretty quickly.
Pretty quickly.
Honestly,
Op 4 located a
I don't
bomb.
believe they
Protect
patched
it.
that out, so it should
what?
still
It
work
gets
fine.
you on the desk.
It should.
It
yeah,
should,
when
but
done
it doesn't.
properly, it gets you on the desk.
No, because it's too low.
Yeah, I've been messing it up,
Look, you have
but
shotgun.
I haven't done it in a while.
One friendly
And
remaining.
silence on me.
Op 4 eliminated.
I
Mission
didn't
successful.
do that. Oh, that's a nice double kill. Do this shit.
I saw him pull out the shotgun. I was like, no.
That was planned, obviously.
Oh. You guys can do it now, but that's the idea. We won it technically, but we can just go back. One of you grab the shotgun and try it.
Yeah, I'll try.
Oh, yeah. I do not believe it has been patched. Because
Isn't there a lot of things they patch but they never mention?
Yeah, exactly. There are a lot of things that have been patched and are never mentioned. But yeah.
Pretty toxic.
I mean, either way, I still prefer the vault version than necessarily the proning crawl idea, or do a full like rotate hole at the bottom of it because you want to be able to get through there quickly. But the vault tends to be the
Secure the
easiest and
bombs.
safest way.
Yeah, I'll have to go down.
Reloading!
Maybe it has been patched.
Maybe. I don't think it has though. I mean, either way, it also it's important to keep that up anyway, just so you can do the opposite.
10
Vault from the
seconds
desk over to it.
You
'cause
know
then
why
you
I
have
like the bottom?
fast,
Let me
safe
show you
way.
why I like the bottom.
5 seconds
What we
and
do
counting.
here is usually make like a
Bomb
hole so we can
locations are
crawl
secure.
or crouch through. And the reason is we make holes here. And then we lay down behind this desk and we have this at least side.
Okay,
And
but
you can
let me
see
point
behind
out
the thing.
something.
Yeah?
Shotgun the rest of this. Right? If you need to do that, you can still do it even if it's made fully. So you see how you're limiting your movements for one situation when you can do the normal movement without limiting yourself, right? So then if you have to adapt to a round and do it like this, you're still fine. Or if you have to run through it or
Oh,
vault
you
through
mean
it,
we
you're
should
still
always
fine.
make it like that?
Yeah, like there, you don't have to make it necessarily this big. You can do the thing where
Yeah,
like
yeah,
you
yeah.
have a prone hole, but then you have a vault hole on top of it. But the big point I'm getting at is for that one specific instance of avoiding the server wall angle, you don't need to make it always a prone hole, right? Because then now you can adapt faster. Let's say someone's planting here. Then you don't want to be proning through. That's
I
just
don't
going to
see
get you
if you go
killed.
prone behind here.
You want to go here and then try and deny the plant, right? So you have the time. If you go
The
prone
thing-
through it, you're going to be very slow.
You know why I don't like that?
Easy kill from the hatch.
Yeah, but you know why I don't like that? Let's say the hatch is closed, they just find here. They're 100% gonna have someone watching.
I'm
their
reloading!
angle, which means I can't just go here, crouch,
see.
I have to actually lay down.
Right, but
If I
if
lay
you
down, they
prone,
cannot see me.
yeah, and what I'm saying is you can lay down while still having it safer. Because here's the point I want to get at: if you're prone,
I'm stupid.
and-
Of course you can, yeah.
if you're prone and you're crawling through it, this guy up here has the freest kill in his life. And
Yeah,
if you know there's
yeah.
someone playing that hatch, you want to be coming through this, contesting it, right?
Yeah.
Op
You
4
want to be
has
able to
located
prone
a
and
bomb.
crouch and come through it. You don't want to be prone crawling through it where you're just
yeah,
a dead
yeah,
man.
you can fire it, crouch. No, it makes
Mhm.
sense, obviously. Yeah,
But
makes
yeah, I'll look into. I forgot where the video was that has this shown. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. but or maybe it's been patched. But yeah, the basic idea was that you could vault straight from here onto these desks. And maybe UB did patch it because they do self-patch a lot of things. And they messed with a lot of vaults at the start of Emperor Rise, so they might have patched it with Emperor Rise.
Probably, yeah.
Because they changed
a
the
headshot.
third-person models, I think, in Emperor Rise.
Yeah.
So
One friendly
I
operator.
get one. I didn't get a team
Failed.
kill yet.
All
That's my
friendlies
turn.
have been neutralized.
But yeah, that's the concept. What I would do on your So also now you have an extra reinforcement because you're opening up that wall instead of having Azzy just like sit there with out of purpose when he has to contest server side, right? Where are you putting that extra reinforcement now? Have you guys
Didn't
decided yet?
place it, I think.
I just don't know where to put it.
So
Across some stairs and main stairs.
or I mean,
But
why
missing
not just
reinforcement where? On
okay. Well, you used to have that reinforcement on garage, right? And now you don't have it because you don't
Oh,
want
Yeah.
it.
Shadow said to put it on electrical room and in open area.
Oh, for them, yeah, for the cargo.
That's not awful. Another option is to just make server a little bit more time consuming and utility burning and putting it on default wall, right? Like I know you guys shotgun it to try and make breaches and a little bit more annoying, but if you guys put it on this wall right here, now that you have that extra reinforcement, they still have to burn utility to get it, right? So if they have to waste and burn utility upstairs to deal with your roamers, they get here and now they still have to open through this. They have to use the thermite charge if they still
10
have one.
seconds left.
It makes also picking off that thermite on your roam be like almost a win condition for you guys, right? Because of the fact that this wall has
Bomb
now been
location
reinforced,
secure.
right?
I don't know what you think of it, but I have a better idea because the way we play it, it might make like much more sense to do this because then we can take full advantage of the like vault that they plan. They're gonna,
Yeah.
I think they're gonna open this for sure.
Not every team is going to open it. The reason I bring it up the other way, I don't disagree with what you're saying, and I think you're fine with either one. The reason I personally lean to the standard server wall is just because of the fact that that means that your roam game could win you for the entire round by killing a thermite. If you put it on this wall, your roam game doesn't win you a round by killing the thermite. Does that make sense? You just get one extra win condition by reinforcing this, whereas this makes you safer in your standard stuff. But it doesn't give you like necessarily a huge bonus the way that a roam game could work out potentially for you when you're getting on aggressive roams. Because aggressive roams, the big thing about them is trying to really provide pressure, really hurt people, really waste time, right? And while most teams are going to protect their thermite to a decent degree, you're also talking. You're also talking about bank, where you have a lot of these like other walls and hatches reinforced,
Yeah.
and they're gonna have less hard breachers. So you're either the hard breachers waste utility upstairs, or if they get picked off, both situations will make your life super easy now on the defense down below, right?
Do you think in that like for that occasion we should have someone playing in server? Because I don't think we're gonna keep the Talos defense. It's just too.
So then we're talking
Okay,
about a
good.
server hole. We're completely changing up the
Yeah.
strat. Yeah,
Yeah.
Rook.
I think we will change that for sure.
Yeah, let's go take a look at your top floor room. I'll show you what I was talking about with the castle barricade and what some teams do.
Secure the area. Keep
So
the
what we have
bombs
some
protected.
teams do is these hatches will be open. I'm gonna need a shotgun for the last two. They might not open this hatch, that is optional, but the basic idea is that their roam is all the way on the top floor, right?
Oh, you went up, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we're gonna drop down to where you guys are anyway. That hatch will probably get reinforced, but this hatch gets opened up here in janitor. You have people roaming up top in console office, and then for the guy that wants to drop here, there's a castle barricade that has been placed. So when they drop and rotate back to site, they're safe from an angle and open area. That is a way to do the top floor.
5 seconds.
You might have a rotate made in here if you want to have people playing more into the Teller's
You
archive
must protect
side.
your bombs.
And the big thing is, though, if this is castled off, you don't have lines of sight on you from anyone that's taking control of open area, and the first place attackers will generally take control of is open area. So by denying them that information, you're able to safely rotate back down to site, or even if they don't clear this at all, you can stay up there as long as the castle barricade is still alive and deal with anyone that's trying to push into there. But you probably will have these walls shotgunned out a little bit to have a more aggressive roam style. I think EG and Rogue have both ran those kinds of defenses. And I want to say G2 has in the past, but G2 hasn't played Bank in a while, so it's hard to remember exactly what G2's done. I think
I
Dark's
feel like
around
Bank's
that team.
gonna be out from the rotation next. I don't know why.
Okay, yes.
Or Border, but I want Border
Yeah.
to stay.
I think Border is probably your best map right now, from what I've seen of you guys.
That's why I wanted to stay.
I disagree on that. I think it's Cafe.
Well, from what I've
Cafe-
seen.
We didn't play Cafe as much.
Yeah,
as
I
Border. We won
I
much
haven't
more
seen you
Border.
guys play Cafe once, so I have no clue.
Recently we started fucking up, but like from the statistics, Border's still our best map.
From the maps I've seen, your best maps definitely go, in my opinion, with Border as the best. Then probably Club.
I think Club's not.
And well, I've only seen like 4 of your maps.
Yeah.
And then the Bank. Have I seen another map?
Op 4 is located.
I don't think.
No,
I don't
it's
think I've seen. I haven't seen Cafe. I have not seen Consulate. I've seen Clubhouse. I have not seen Villa. Villa's your permaban, isn't it?
What the hell?
friendly's victorious.
Villa is our
Hostile
band.
eliminated.
You know, stats not.
You actually
I
just
think the
flew.
reason
Villa.
Cafe went so well. The reason Cafe went well is because other teams probably aren't used to it yet as much as like other maps.
Mhm.
So maybe that's why, but still, I think it's like we like playing it, so that's a good map for us. And then Coastline, we do decent, but we're not winning as much as we would like to. And then Clubhouse is like 50-50.
I don't think I've seen your Coastline.
Yeah,
So yeah, I've
I
only
can give
seen.
you a water
Yes, you
bottle.
did, I think.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. When
Did
you
I?
first
Oh
cast
yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah. Your first game was on Coast. Your
Mm.
Coastline was decent actually. Yeah, now I think about your Coast. Your Coast wasn't that bad. I think your Coast is better than your Club and your
We have
Bank.
good ideas for like the
Secure the
strats we
area,
have for
keep
it.
the
I think
bombs
they're working out
protected.
both on defense and on attack.
Yeah.
So that's we don't need to change it. The Bank needs to change it right now. So yeah, probably that
Bank-
one.
Bank is just a lot about learning the meta and the way it cycles, because Bank doesn't have a ton of like new crazy stuff that happens. Bank is a map that gets fluid based on whether you want to get more turtley or whether you want to get more. And then basically, that's why sites will vary, or teams will vary between whether they like
Be
the
advised,
basement
a bomb
side or whether they
location
like
has
the
been
top floor. If
compromised.
you have a team that has a bunch of people that are really good shots, top floor tends to be your favorite.
10
If you like
seconds
playing
remaining.
utility games, basement site's one of the best in the map for utility games. I think the
5
only
seconds.
Oregon used to have a better site for utility games than Laundry. Oregon is about the
Oregon
same
was
as
my
Laundry.
map. And then
Oregon was
Uh,
his
we
man.
did so
Then he
well
got-
on Oregon. We won all the matches, and then they fucking banned it.
Oregon's stale. That's what it's just. Yeah, I love Oregon too. Super stale. There's not a
Why are
whole
you
lot.
watching Times of Glue?
Yeah, but do you think open area is a viable site?
I don't like it, especially now without a mirror. I
Yeah, we
prefer
can have
Killers.
strat for it. Shadow did
There
the
are
same
some
for us.
teams that like it. I really hate it. SSG likes to do it frequently. I just don't think it's a great side. I'd rather go Tellers, and you can play Tellers so well vertically and safer because you're basically doing a CEO defense, and just peeling. Whereas open area, it's just so much map control you gotta contest. With a mirror, it's a little bit more salvageable, but without a mirror, I'm not a big fan.
Yeah, obviously we win there on strat. Nothing else would make sense.
Op 4
Yeah,
eliminated.
fuck.
Mission successful.
So, yeah.
If you guys want to adapt a server hold, one thing you can start toying with before you bring out a scrim is I would start messing around with a warden hold there, so you can be one of the first teams to
Oh,
actually
yeah,
figure
true.
out how you want to hold that with warden,
Oh shit, I'm by myself.
because he's gonna be free in like a week. So if you jump the gun on that, you can start messing with some stuff and hopefully catch some.
Blitz.
I feel like we
One-
should consider warden maybe for even basement defense, like because you know when they go for the plant, stand on
Yeah,
the table without exposing yourself and just wait for it. kind of.
Well, that's why you'd be there for the server hold, right? And then you
Oh,
peel back.
server. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, you peel back to the site once server starts to get too unmanageable. And
Need
one
to
thing to
locate a
really
bomb.
note about when you're playing server stairs,
Yeah.
once you lose the hatch, you're on an island. So when the hatch starts to go,
I
that's
was
when you
gonna say.
typically want to go.
I was gonna suggest.
don't-
What if you bring a kite for that? And
Well, you
play
can bring a
kite.
kite for that, but it's not that hard to Thatcher it, right? A kite
Oh,
trick
yeah, okay,
against
okay.
on a hatch isn't easy. Now, if you ban Thatcher, go
was
for
gonna
it, but then
say,
you're hampering yourself on your attacks, and you need to work around that.
Yeah.
Stuff
if
like
you,
Twitch could work around that effectively, but it's
if
just
you
something
start
to
with
keep in mind.
defense
Located a
and then
bomb.
you ban Thatcher.
The the other reason I don't like banning Thatcher
10
on
seconds.
Bank as much is Bank with 3 hard breachers is super oppressive. So you typically
5
want to
seconds
ban
before
the
insertion.
Hibana or the Maverick, right? Because if you
Proceed
let
to
all
bomb's
3 through,
location and
it's
defuse it.
super annoying to hold defend, especially that basement site. It becomes so hard.
Yeah.
Peace. Mario's so much fun.
Yeah.
It never
But
gets
even-
old just going up a wall.
You must recover the
What the
diffuser.
fuck, man? Why are you killing me? Toxic. I was gonna fuse you. Kill them.
Oh no.
So hey, this
No,
is the
not
angle.
open.
Hey,
Why? It's
can
not
someone come
open.
up here?
Mario. Don't kill him.
How much health?
Op 4
got
eliminated.
lost.
Friendly mission successful.
So this is the angle to contest the guy playing server stairs from
We did
above.
that.
Okay, perfect.
Oh, the ADS time is so slow.
Yeah.
The thing that you opened up with Omar, was it open for you or not? Because for me it was closed.
It was open.
Like you shotgunned it, but it was still close and you were still
Yeah, it was open for me. Sometimes it just
See.
breaks.
I'm going to go now. Oh.
Hello?
Welcome back, Igloo.
I
Oh.
don't hear you. Okay.
Good. I'm going to go.
Alright.
See you.
Good night.
Bye.
Good night.